In the heart of the Middle East, two nations stand locked in an ideological conflict that transcends borders, politics, and time itself. This is not merely about territory or power. This is a battle of beliefs, of destiny, and of deeply rooted religious conviction. The Iran-Israel conflict is a tale of spiritual worldviews on a collision course. To truly grasp the gravity of this rift, we must first look beyond the politics, into the souls of nations shaped by messianic hope and apocalyptic fear. In Iran, the heartbeat of governance and society is Shia Islam, and within it, the concept of Mahdism, the awaited savior, Imam Al Mahdi, guides national policy and personal belief alike. The principle of Walayat-e-Faqih, established by Ayatollah Khomeini and upheld by Supreme Leader Ayatollah Khamenei, fuses religion and state. Iran does not simply govern, it shepherds, waiting for divine justice to re-emerge on earth. The story of Karbala and the martyrdom of Imam Hussein fuels Iranian identity. It is a symbol of defiance against injustice and a mirror reflecting Iran's modern narrative of resistance. Across the border, Israel builds its future on the foundations of Judaism and Zionism, anchored in the memory of exile and the hope of messianic redemption. For Israel, survival is sacred. Its past is shadowed by centuries of persecution, and its future is guarded by both iron domes and divine promise. But embedded in this vigilance lies the fear of deception, the figure of Masih ad-Dajjal, the false Messiah. Two messianic visions, one anticipating divine justice, the other dreading divine deception, form the ideological rift between Iran and Israel, a rift that neither diplomacy nor deterrence alone can bridge. Iran sees itself as a standard-bearer of truth and justice, with Israel cast as a spiritual obstacle. Meanwhile, Israel sees Iran's rhetoric not as political bluster, but as an existential threat rooted in a holy script. Iran's support for groups like Hezbollah and Hamas is part of what it sees as divine resistance. To Israel, these are not just proxies, they are warnings, echoing the dark prophecies of destruction. Deep within Iran's doctrine is the belief that Imam Al Mahdi is already active, guiding the faithful from concealment. This gives Iran a unique patience, a belief in divine timing that shapes its long-term strategies. The climax of Islamic eschatology foretells a final confrontation, Al Mahdi versus al-Dajjal. This is no metaphor in Iranian doctrine, it is destiny. And Israel is seen as part of the forces opposing that final justice. Palestine is more than a territorial cause, it's a sacred trust. Iran's support stems not just from politics, but from a deep conviction that the land has been usurped and must be restored. This spiritual standoff has global ramifications. Alliances, arms deals, and diplomatic impasses all stem from the inability to reconcile two messianic roadmaps, each predicting the other's end. Can a path to peace ever emerge from this ideological impasse? Or are we merely watching history replay its most tragic lessons? Once again, the Iran-Israel conflict is a war of worlds, one sacred, one political, and both dangerously entangled. Until we understand the faith behind the fire, peace will remain elusive. For more in-depth analysis on Middle Eastern politics, ideology, and global conflict, visit Documentary Times. Knowledge is the first step toward understanding.